Hello Liverpool Football Club fans around the world. See what's new with this great club today. Six measures for Klopp to stop Liverpool's decline. Liverpool has reached the bottom of the crisis, and here are 6 measures for coach Jurgen Klopp to revive the season for the Red Brigade. One, learn from the past. This is actually not the first time Klopp's Liverpool have been in such a situation. 2 years ago, the Red Brigade experienced a series of 6 consecutive defeats at home. At that time, there were also injuries and crises of confidence, rumors about the dressing room being displeased and the manager going crazy. Klopp then tightened the morale of the team and insisted he was up for the challenge of fixing things. Indeed, the German teacher succeeded. Liverpool did not end the 2020-21 season with great football and did not win a trophy. But they found a way to achieve the required results. The Kop ended the season with a 10-match unbeaten streak, 8 of which were wins, to finish third and qualify for the Champions League. A repeat of that success this season seems unlikely, but Klopp knows what they can do. Recent history tells him that. 2. Waiting for the return of Van Dijk. It looks like there will be some good news on injury this week, with Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino and Virgil van Dijk all likely to return to normal training at Kirkby. All 3 will make the difference, but it is Van Dijk who has the most immediate impact. Liverpool's defense has been poor in recent weeks, with 13 goals conceded in 5 games and a worrying gaping hole in set pieces. That hole is sure to be tested against Everton, who will arrive at Anfield in the mood after their win over Arsenal last weekend. Having Van Dijk, even 75% fit, on the pitch would be a big boost for Klopp, as well as for Andy Robertson and Joel Matip, who have found life difficult in the Dutchman's absence. His aerial ability and leadership qualities could be extremely important in the upcoming derby. Three, Klopp should complain less. After the recent bad results, it is seen that Klopp increasingly likes to complain about everything. He created unnecessary tension by getting mad at a journalist or dismissing the 3rd goal in the match against Wolves. These things, like complaining about start times or fixtures or the weather, seem like little things in the grand scheme of things, and no one really cares when you win. But they add fuel to the fire when the team is in trouble. No one expected Klopp to be out laughing, joking and brimming with joy at this point. But he can make his life easier by complaining less after setbacks. Four, adjust the sights of the strikers. Liverpool still create many scoring opportunities, but they are squandering excessively. The Kop have lost 7 Premier League games, and in all of those games, they have failed because of inaccurate shots and/or decisions in the bottom third. The goals changed the game while the Reds failed to score the number of goals they needed. Ignoring the horrible 9-0 win over Bournemouth in August, the Kop have only scored 25 goals in 20 league matches, as many as Aston Villa and less than Leeds. They have only scored in the lead in 6 Premier League games this season. Obviously Salah, Nunez and their teammates will need to adjust their sights. Test Trent in striker position. It's a suggestion often made by supporters and pundits but also frequently dismissed by Klopp and his associates. But with Trent Alexander-Arnold finding it difficult to influence games and opponents exploiting his defensive weakness, the move to midfield, even for the short term. Perhaps in favor of Liverpool? For sure both Joe Gomez and James Milner are imperfect solutions at right back, but both have performed well in that position in the past. And it will be interesting to see how Alexander-Arnold plays in midfield. His ability to shoot from long distance can make the difference for a midfield that is quite deadlocked. Either way, the 24-year-old is usually going to push very high in the second half. It is doubtful that Klopp would resist the temptation to make such a drastic change, especially for a derby, but it would make sense if he did. Alexander-Arnold is the Reds' most creative player and he should be used to this ability instead of worrying about improving his defensive skills. Learn from neighbour Everton. Everton's form has been poor since November, but they bounced back strongly last weekend, beating leaders Arsenal and delivering a performance enough to convince players and fans alike that the days are good. They are ahead. And they don't do anything particularly dramatic or unexpected. They defend the box better, run harder, get the ball into the danger zone from earlier positions and have better set pieces. Perhaps most important of all, they give fans reason to believe. Even when Everton could not hold Arsenal, the fans cheered enthusiastically throughout the match. Liverpool also need to make sure their supporters are part of the game. That means focus, organization, aggression and body language to show the will to win must be evident from the moment the referee blows the whistle to start the game. In other words, the spirit of the Red Brigade needs to be completely opposite to that of the Wolves' defeat. It's something we want Liverpool to improve on in the future. What do you think about that? Tell us more about that. Like and follow us to stay up to date on everything about Liverpool Football Club.